Greetings, fam. What's up? This is Kenny with Tarot Say What. Listen, today I decided to do another unboxing before I run into the office, and so let's get into it. I will be using the Tarot of Haunted House. See, I want to say Tarot of the Haunted House, but it's Tarot of Haunted House. Doesn't really ring well off my tongue, but we're going with that. So this deck was developed by Sasha Graham and Mirco Pierfederici. I got this deck at a store out in Philadelphia when I was there a couple weeks ago. So we will see. And sometimes when I look at the older decks, I'm like, what am I actually looking at? And so this is one of those that I hadn't seen before. I'm guessing that this is probably an older deck and has been out for a while. Listen, while I go ahead and unwrap this deck, do me a favor. If you're not following my account on TikTok and Instagram, go ahead and do so. If you haven't subscribed to my channel on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Okay, my friends, today we are using the Tarot of Haunted House by Sasha Graham, and this is published by Lo Scarabeo. And we're going to get into this. So just a little cute little box. Not much of anything, Lo Scarabeo, when I get their decks, it's very much just very straightforward, usually black and white guide, the standard 2 packaging or 2 extra cards or so. So we're going to go ahead and get into this and see what we have. Okay, my friends, I'm curious, as I unwrap this, are there other decks that you think I should be looking at? I'm not ashamed to go back to the older ones, and post a review as if someone's never seen it, because it may be the case that someone hasn't seen a deck that's already been out there. So if you have any suggestions, I would love to hear those. So this deck, again, was developed by Sasha Graham, and the artwork is by Mirco Pierfederici. So we're going to see what this deck is. This is the Tarot of Haunted House. Not much of a diverse deck. I can just look through that and see, but we're still going to get into it. Again, we have the standard cards that, the standard extra cards that they put in. And so I'm just going to take those out, put this to the side. Before I get into these cards, I want to look at the little mini guidebook, this black and white guidebook that's in how many different languages, we'll see. Again, just very standard with Lo Scarabeo. You have an intro about the deck, and let's see. And then they give you a little history of tarot, which seems pretty standard, and they give you the different card meanings, usually, yeah. So in this one, with each of the images, they talk about, it looks like, at least in terms of the major arcana, it looks like there are a little bit extra information regarding what we're looking at. I don't know if you can check that out and see it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this. This deck was the Tarot of Haunted House by Sasha Graham and Mirco Pierfederici. I don't know. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing that name. Okay, my friends, so let's go ahead and look at the Haunted Tarot, or Tarot of Haunted House. Okay, so we're just going to start going through these. That's the Fool, Magician, High Priestess, the Priestess, the Empress, the Emperor. This is a cute Hierophant, in terms of this exorcism being performed. We see this lovers with the jealous lover looking on, perhaps, or, yeah. Chariot. Going. My fan, the Hermit. The Wheel. Justice. The Hangman. Ho, ho, ho. Let's see, we have Temperance, those Death, the Temperance, Devil, very interesting. See the Tower, the Star, the Moon. That's interesting, Sun. Interesting. Judgment. And then the World holding the key. Okay, so that's the major arcana. You can see my, not the most enthusiastic deck for me. Great images. I can definitely tell you that. Here we're looking at the cups. I don't know if they're cups or chalices in this deck, but we can see what we're looking at. I'm going through it pretty fast, probably because that reflects my enthusiasm. Yeah, it's okay deck. There's nothing that's really standing out. Okay. I'm liking this Knight of Cups. I'm liking that. That's standing out for me. Yeah, here's what I think it is for me right now. I think that when there's a lack of diversity in a deck, that it just kills my enthusiasm. It doesn't mean I have to shut down on the deck, but there is just something that is really just lost on me. So we'll continue. Ace of Pentacles, or we'll see coins. There's a 3. Let me just go back. So when I first saw this 2 Pentacles, or whatever they call them in this deck, I was like, oh, since I have an identical twin brother, and so that was going to be the first thought I had about it. But again, there's not much enthusiasm about the deck. But my friends, keep on going, keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. Yeah, this deck doesn't really resonate. I will still focus on it. We have our 1. This is the 2 of Wands. Yeah, I'm really just not, one thing I'm looking at as I go through these that I do like about this deck is the story that kind of comes across, that even if you didn't know some of the traditional meanings that people often attribute to the different cards, there's this message that kind of comes through. I'm looking at this and I'm putting together my own hunted tale, if you will. So that part is really is a good thing. So we have our swords. We're hoping that's what they're called. Who knows what they're called? Wow, my friends, I really wanted to give you a deck that I was really excited about, but I think it's a part of balance. There's some I'm really excited about. It's not that I'm there's what am I trying to say, my friends? It's not that I am. Let me stop using double negatives. I am satisfied about the deck. I'm not dissatisfied about the deck. I'm always excited, like I said, when deck creators put their work out there. This deck just doesn't really resonate that much to me. I want diversity. And I don't care what cultural context I'm in, what country I'm in, I still want diversity. I want to see myself reflected. I want to see other things represented in a deck, because that's just really important to me. So we're still going to use this deck. We're going to make some peace with this deck. Listen, while I grab this sage, do me a favor. I knew it. Where's my lighter? Oh, there it is. Okay, while I go ahead and get this sage, do me a favor. If you're not following my account, make sure that you do so. If you haven't followed me on Instagram and TikTok, again, go ahead and do so. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel on YouTube, do me a favor and do so. Yeah, there we go, my friends. Okay, let's give this a little whirl. Let's have this deck. Those energies I bring into it. Okay. It's good that I take a moment and find some peace because I am peaceful with this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's a couple things that before I even like pull cards, I'm just going back through. There is something about the artwork that I really, really love in this deck. Um, Another thing I love, like I said, that there's a story that easily comes across that's communicated from one card to the next, which I really, really like. I think for me, the downside is just lack of diversity, and yeah, it's lack of diversity that I want to see. And perhaps there's a reason why, and maybe that's contained in the guidebook that I probably should take a moment to read out or read. So anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and shuffle this deck. It shuffles very easily. I like this card stock. Um, Feels really good. So let's go ahead because I'm going to use this deck later on today for my other postings. And so we'll see what we get. Okay, my friends? So let's go ahead. One card. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Another card. Is it going? No. There. Okay, so my friends, here are the cards that I will be using today. Before I get into those, do me a favor. If you aren't following my account on TikTok and Instagram, go ahead and do so. If you haven't taken a moment to go over to YouTube and hit subscribe and you're watching this video, do me a favor. Just hit that subscribe button. And I'll be posting more today, my friends, from this deck. This is the Tarot of Haunted House by Sasha Graham and Mirco Pierfederici. No. Pierfederici. There we go. Okay, so these are going to be the cards that I'll be using. The first card in the past position is the Three of Wands. Check that out. The second card in the present position is the Three of Swords. Check that out. And the third card in the future position is the Magician. My friends, my friends, my friends. I even like the message that I'm just really picking up from this. And yes, yes, my friends. Today we're going to be looking for a message. Let's see what that message is going to be. I love you, my friends, and I can't wait to come back with another video and other postings. I love you, and stick around for more.